Hello everyone, it is Sue here. Welcome to my channel. Today is my slow stitch mini project video and we're going to work on the second, I'm not going to call them change purses anymore. I don't know what to call them. I'll call them a pouch for now because they can be used for multiple things. But this is the second one that I'll be giving to my mother's assisted living to sell. This is the first one. The videos were last week. And yeah, so they're going to sell them at the craft fair that they have in November. And the proceeds goes to Alzheimer's. So I've been thinking about this, and there's like so much you can do, right? I mean, your head can just go wild. So I don't know if you recognize this. Let me show you the inside. So it's this. I had sewn, I don't know if you remember this, but I had sewn this together. And I didn't like it because the way I had sewn it, like these are like stripes, right? Well, they are stripes. And the way I sewed it, it wasn't straight. Like it just wasn't right. Like I was going to use it as a journal cover with this being the inside of it. But yeah, so I couldn't do it because, well, it was crooked. And very noticeable because of these stripes. So I decided to turn it into a pouch that they can sell. And it just works out better having this as the outside. And so that's what I'm going to go with. So I did take some ribbon, and let me see if I can grab it real quick here. So I got this on clearance for $1.12 at Hobby Lobby, and they had more. When I go back, I'm going to look because I love this. And what it is, it's literally like a, you know, it's like a fabric ribbon. It's quite beautiful, quite beautiful. And I've already stitched it on this side over here. And this side, of course, is pinned. You know, I think I can take, well, let me leave this on for a minute. So I have this doily that's going to go from the back, it's not sewn on yet, to the front. So that will be the closure. So now, like I've been through a few different iterations of what I'm going to do here. And I think I have to change it again. What I would like to do is to put those there, this little piece up here, and then use this for a closure, like, right? So, and then I even have something like this that could be added on, which I like, or even, I even looked at like that, having that there, and that's pretty, but it's white on white, so it's hard to see. And this was also pretty on here. So there's options, but of course I have to narrow it down. And so my dilemma now is this isn't going to work as much as I love it because of the closure. I need to have, like, I don't want to just wrap something around the whole thing because I don't know, that's like if somebody has it in their purse, like that's like a, I don't know, pain in the neck. So what I was thinking is, so I did find, you'll remember this from the videos for that other one that I just showed you. I was going to look for some elastic trim, and I did find some. So I did replace the lace on the other one that That's for the closure, so it now has the elastic on it. So I do have this. But what I was thinking is, oh my gosh, do you guys remember Zibbit? It's long gone. I have not heard anybody talk of Zibbit, but it was like another kind of like Etsy kind of thing way back when, probably, I don't know, definitely over 10 years ago. But the name of the shop was Shabby Beautiful, and I bought a whole bunch of crinkled seam binding. And I do have purple. So what I was thinking, and it really wouldn't matter which one I use, but let's just say I use this, that if I put, see, I was thinking of a small button, but I think I would need a bigger button. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Because I feel like I need more of like a dimensional kind of button. Like this would make a beautiful closure. So would this, but that's not the right color. This would as well, because it has that bottom on it, but that's not the right color either. Now this is cute. So this is a little heart. That's gold, and this is pretty as well. So let me move this out of the way. And let's see if one of these would work, or would it be too much? So what I'm thinking of doing is this. I'm thinking of literally putting this through one of the holes. See, this is my first time doing this. Maybe I'd have to go through 2 of them. So let me do this. Oh, and the hashtag Slow Stitch Mini Project. If you do a stitching project that is 5 hours or less, you're welcome to use that. And anybody looking for some videos to watch for slow stitching, I'm going to say easy slow stitching or quicker slow stitching, you can certainly click on that hashtag. Sometimes you have to search for it without the hashtag. Sometimes it's better to just type it into your oh gosh, what's the word in YouTube? Your search box to pull them all up. So if I had that sewn right there, so the person would have to, well, would they have to tie it? See, because this is not elastic, right? Or could I make it, tie it? I don't want to tie it in a knot right now, but tie it in a knot to where they can just go over it. And I think that's probably what I could do. So I think I'm going to go that route. So knowing that all of that will be there, well, then what else am I going to put on the front? Well, I still like these. So maybe that's what I'll do. Obviously, I like the brown because it has the brown here, and I like the purple because it's purple. This one I made. This is one of my first yo-yos, but this one I did not make. So I'm thinking maybe that is good. I like bringing more of these 2 colors in. I think it's pretty. I'm not planning on putting anything on the back of it because, well, the doily's there and it's super pretty, right? I mean, I think it's gorgeous. Okay, so let me take this doily totally off. Set that to the side. You know what? I have to close my window. It's like 40 degrees outside right now. It is early in the morning. It's like just after 8 a.m. My house is quiet. My granddaughter is at school. My daughter's at work. My son is in his room. And it's like quiet. And I love it. So I did sew into the inside. So I do need to cut a little bit of this off because it is just too long. So I'll go ahead and do that. And we can pin this on the inside as well. And then we're going to go ahead and stitch this down. Whoops. Okay. I'll probably have to tighten this a little bit when we get to actually stitching that part of it. Okay. All right. It's really soft and poofy. It feels great. It feels really good. I'm glad I was able to save this, and I mean, it looks fine. Nobody would ever know that that it was a bit of a mess. I think what I'm going to do, even though I have a decent amount of thread here, I'm going to go ahead and put more on it so I don't have to replace it so quickly. And I'm going to thread it. Not it. I should say, not the end of the thread, the new way that I have just learned to do from Share My Art here on YouTube. Oh, okay. See, it's not my go-to, so I'm still learning that to do this. So, and I don't know if I'm always going to do this, but okay. So hold the bottom where the eye of the needle is, leave the little tail, go around 1, 2, 3, and then let everything go and pull that all the way down, and it knots it. Well, it did knot it at the end for me. That's all right. Oh, that's because, all right, see, I'm learning. That's because of the tail that I had up top. So I need like a shorter tail up top. Okay. All right. Yeah, so what I did to do on this side, I did stitch the very bottom down. So maybe I'll start with that, and I'll start on this side, and I did, so on the bottom, it's all just straight stitches. All right. I know I'm flopping this all over the place, but it's all just straight stitches. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get as close, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come here and go down to the very edge. Now remember, you can zoom in by doing that on your device so you can see closer what I'm doing. If you want, you don't have to. But when I watch somebody stitch, I zoom in because I want to see what they're doing. So I'm obviously not going all the way through. I mean, this is quite padded. There's a lot here. So I'm just worrying about grabbing the top, layer or two to stitch on. Okay, so that's the bottom. Easy peasy. Yeah, and this is nice as well, this fabric ribbon, because it doesn't fray at all. I mean, obviously it doesn't on the sides because that's already stitched on the side. But even the ends, I mean, it is a little bit, but for the most part, it is not. Okay, so I'm going to see how I stitch this, like how far I came from the edge, because I like the little bit of ruffle there. I like that. So I want to do the same over here. So, all right, so I'm just going to stitch here. Leaving the end. So I was on Etsy the other day. Like Etsy, you know how like back in the day, the term window shopping. I mean, you don't hear that term anymore. You know, I need to make these stitches a little bit smaller to match the other side. Um, Window shopping. Who window shops anymore? Have you heard that term recently? Um, nope, I have to take that out. I have to take it out. I went crooked and I'm getting too close to the edge. Give me a moment. Look at me fixing things. I'm getting so good at this, fixing stuff. I'm not getting better at sewing straight. I'm just getting better at fixing it. Oh my gosh. So anyway, and I've always felt this way about Etsy, where that's the place where I window shop. Oh, gosh, that was hard to do. Because there's times where I've just gone on there um, and just like maybe search for something or would just kind of look what's new out, you know, in the shops that I follow. I want to make sure I'm doing that. I feel like I'm going too close to the edge. Let me go up a little bit. Yeah, so I'll go there on Etsy and I'll just look around. Sometimes I'll put stuff in my cart, but not buy it. Or sometimes I go back and I'll buy it. Or move it to, you know, the save for later list. And yeah, so I was on there the other day and I've been wanting to get some Liberty fabric. I don't need a lot of it. I just want some just to have some and see what all the hubbub is about. But I'm not going to buy, I mean, Liberty fabric is from England, from London, I'm going to say. I'm pretty sure. And so I'm not going to purchase, I mean, obviously you can purchase it from, well, I'm in the US, so I could purchase it internationally, but I do not want to do that, obviously, because, well, the shipping is more. So I did find someone on Etsy that was selling it, and I got a charm pack, and then I got two different fabrics, a quarter yard each. And it wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap. Wait, I have to think about this. Okay. I have to tighten that. I'm going to go over the top. Hopefully my head is not in frame. Okay, and then this is a little bit more difficult right here just because I'm sewing on the inside of a pouch. Okay, wait, let me make sure. Okay. But I did find an Etsy shop, and so I bought a charm pack, which is, I think it's 5 or 5.5 inch squares. So I got that, like I said, and then the two quarter yards. And I ordered that a while ago. It's taking this shop a while to ship, so I'm not super happy about that. So I'm not going to mention the shop because at the moment I'm not super thrilled with it. But I was able to find it in the US, is the moral of my story here. I even found a place when I just searched on the web, there was a place called Hawthorne Fabrics, is it? That's in New York, and I live in New Jersey, and that they sell fabrics, and it really looks like a great place. Oh my gosh. So I eventually will probably buy fabrics from them as well. So I was glad to find that, but that wasn't Etsy. that was um, just on the internet. So, but I did find a really cool shop on Etsy that sells um, bundles of fabrics. Like what this seller does is she will make bundles of fabrics and laces and that kind of thing, but in matching colors. So you can buy a pink bundle or a blue bundle, or you can just get laces, or you can get doilies, or that kind of thing. Um, and the prices are pretty decent. So, um, yeah, so the name of that shop I will mention, and it is called, uh, what is it called? Did I write it down? 1924 Linens and More. 1924 Linens and More. That's on Etsy. So far, I'm super happy with that shop. And so if you want to check it out, um, I mean, they don't know that I'm mentioning their shop. I heard another YouTuber mention it, and I can't remember who that YouTuber was. It was just somebody that came up in my feed. I don't subscribe to this person, to her YouTube channel, but I went and I checked out her or the shop. Am I liking the way that looks? Because I'm being more picky because I want somebody to buy this. So I'm just going to take out, I'm going to have to, I got a little bit too close to the edge here. And I knew I was, but it doesn't look right in the front. So I'm just going to redo those few stitches. Yeah, so that's a fun shop to even just go and look around. She has beautiful bundles of fabrics and laces, and just beautiful. And again, I didn't find her expensive at all. So that's 1924 Linens and More. So go check it out. All right. Okay. Let's see. What else is going on? What else is going on? What is that? I have a little, looks like a little knot coming through there. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Do you see that? That's not a stitch I just did. I don't know what that is. I'm leaving it there. I'm leaving it there. I'll have to make that the back of this thing. This pouch. Okay. Do any of you watch Heartland? Do you know that show, Heartland? It is a show made in Canada. It is on season 18 now. And you used to be able, I forget where I started watching it. Was it on Hulu? Maybe. Yeah, I think I started watching it on Hulu, but Hulu hasn't been updating the seasons since, like, I think Hulu has just a few seasons, and the last one is season 15 maybe. But anyway, so so I got yesterday, I got the Up Faith and Family app, and it's $6 a month. And I usually do get that around this time of the year because they'll have like Christmas movies, and I like to watch Christmas movies. And then I cancel the subscription. So I'll have the subscription for like 2 or 3 months, and that's it. But I did yesterday. I signed up for it again, and oops, I'm going slanted. And I started. They have all the episodes of Heartland. It is a really good family show. If you're looking for something that is just a really good family show, I can recommend it. So, yep, so I started watching Heartland again yesterday. Well, I'm starting with season 16 because I think I ended with season 15. And it goes to season 18, like I say. So, yeah, so I'm excited about that. Let me know if you have ever watched Heartland. If you need something to binge that is um, like, I'm just going to say it, that's non-political, non all the garbage, right? Then that would be a show for you to watch. Okay. So so what I did do, and it's on this one right here, I did reinforce one of these holes here on this doily because I was thinking, well, because I was going to just sew a button down and do that to where they could close it just by going around the button. But I think that over time this would grow. But I did, like I say, I reinforced it with just some pearl thread. So it is a little bit stronger and less stretchy, but I don't know. I'm not convinced that that would work. So I'm going to go back to this idea here. And let's just pin this down. So what I would do is I would sew this all down on this end, probably right here. The closure will be on this side. Yes. Yep. Okay. So then I have to make sure I leave room for everything. So that still leaves room for that. And it leaves room to put this here. So I'm just going to do it, right? Because if this all doesn't work, then I'm just going to, well, take it off. Okay, so I'm going to stitch this down first. And I think, like I always think about, well, what order am I doing everything? Does it make sense for the, oh, see, I just knotted it the old way. It's going to be hard to knot it a new way. So I do want to stitch here, leaving this loose. I'm just thinking to myself, well, is that going to be okay? And is there do I have this on here the right way? I think I do. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start with the stitches here up top. And if I think that over time this is going to curl up, I will stitch that down, but I don't think it will, just because I don't think it will. So I'm just going to stitch this down, making sure I'm not going through. I should probably undo this. So I want to make sure I'm not stitching through it. Can you hear the birds outside? The sun's out. It's beautiful. cold, but beautiful. All right, let me make sure I didn't go through. Nope, doing good, doing good. Do any of you like go to parks, like your state parks, or I think they're state, they would be state parks. Are they state parks or are they federal parks? You know what? They're federal parks. So, like here in New Jersey and on the border of Pennsylvania, so like, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes from my house, um, there is the Delaware Water Gap State. No, is it state park? Is it run by both state and federal? I don't know the answer to that. But anyways, so my friend and I, we like to go up there, and there's like several places that you can park and like walk around. And so we're going to be going on, well, the day this video goes out. We will be up at the Delaware Water Gap and enjoying the fall leaves, the foliage. So here in this area, it is gorgeous. You know, like all the pictures that you see with all the red and yellow and orange leaves, it really is like that. So, of course, a lot of you live in areas that that have the same thing that I have. But if you don't, if you live in a warmer climate where it doesn't turn like it does here, it is quite beautiful. It wreaks havoc on my allergies, but it is quite gorgeous. So I'm excited to be there with him, and we're just gonna, like I say, walk around. Okay, so all right, so that's down. That looks good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stitch this down. And I think I'm gonna double up the thread. Yeah, and again, I'm knotting it the same old way I used to. That's not gonna be easy to change. And I may not change it, I don't know. Now I'm wondering, you know what, to make this really strong. Okay, one moment, please. Let me find my pen that I can write on fabric. So I want this to be in between these two holes. And I guess right about there. So this is where I need to stitch it down. So when I open this, well, I'm gonna go right through from the back, and well, from the back of the inside. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. And let's just stitch it like this. Okay. Again. I don't know if you can see, I'm going to try to go through the hole. Nope, I didn't, so I can't do that. Okay. Well, I think I have to. So what I want to do here is to go through this thing that sticks out on the button. I want to try to go through it here from the back. So did I just go through it? No. No. I don't know if I can do it like this. Let me feel. Is it the right way? Yeah. So if it's like that, up and down, yeah, I'm doing it right, except I'm not getting through the hole. Is that through it? Oh, yes. Okay. I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to do that one more time. I don't want this button going anywhere. Okay. I feel like I'm making a little bit of a mess in here. See if I can be a little bit neater. Okay, and I'll knot it off. And that should be plenty strong because pearl thread is strong, and I doubled it up so it's extra strong. Okay. All right. Okay, that button is not going anywhere. All right. All right. Ooh, okay, we're getting there. So now which should I use? This is more crinkled than this. I don't know that it matters really. So I think what I'm going to do is let me just cut some of this. I'm just going to cut a piece just so I'm working with less of it. So if I, okay. So if I come up here and thread this through just to the next hole, right? So in order for that to go around, I don't know, because this isn't stretchy, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. All right, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to go to this here. I don't think that purple will work. Maybe I can still add it somehow. Okay, so if I take this and go through, this is the stretchy trim. So it is elastic. And all right, I'm just going to tie. I'm just going, well, all right, I'm just going to tie it. I'm going to tie it right there. I don't need it to be super loose or super tight. I just need it to go around that heart. See now, but I guess I do need it a little bit, well, so if there's stuff in there inside and it makes it poofy, okay, so let's do that. So I'm going to put this inside just to have something in there. And that makes that good. And it's a little loose. It's a little loose. Let me see if I can tighten it up at all. Oh, I did this a little too tight. Can I undo it? Here we go. It's coming. It's a coming. It's a coming. Okay, I'm going to make this a little tighter. I'm going to go up a little bit and tie it. I could sew this. Excuse me. So I could sew this. All right, I like that. I like that. Does it look silly with that? I mean, that I think I have to use this because the fact that it stretches, I think makes all the difference. Does it look silly having the extra there? I could cut that off. I won't cut it yet. So then these two are going to go here. And do I want that over there? I don't think I need that. I can use this on a different one. Because this is going to go here, don't forget. So that kind of pulls it all together. I like that. I think that that looks pretty. I do. And here comes the sun. Okay, so I am at 40 minutes. So I'm going to end the video here, but this is what it's going to look like. So the next time I do another pouch for that sale, I will share the finished product, this one. So I'm feeling good about this. I'm feeling good. I wonder if I can somehow still use a little bit of this and kind of, because I technically could go through all of these holes with the purple. I'll think about that. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Sorry for the sun, and I will see you very soon. All right, God bless. Bye-bye, everybody.